Hey, I want to make you an actual bold promise. If you've ever gotten yourself to an amazing result, right? Maybe you've lost 30 pounds or more, you got into that amazing shape, or maybe you've just healed from a breakup, or you've helped others get into a healthier state, or maybe you even gotten yourself into a great confidence, just mentally, and whatever achievement you've done, or maybe you just gotten your service business scaled, whatever result that you've created or you coached yourself to get there. And now you have this pull, right? This pull of you want to help others kind of do the same of where you've helped yourself get there. Or maybe you're just like an agency owner, right? And you're tired of churn, endless fulfillment, and maybe you want to maybe pivot to something a bit lean, lifestyle based, kind of done with you coaching business, and you want to get to that 20 to 70K per month in profit. Then I have an amazing treat for you on this video. I'm going to show you how exactly I've done that myself and how I've helped multiple clients get there and even exceed it. Hi, my name is Saif Agrabi. I've built my own coaching business to $500,000. That's how much money I've made from my business up to this point. And I made up to 70K in one single month. And that's my best month at 70-ish% profit, building a lifestyle cash flow business that allows me to work 10 to maybe 20 hours per week at best. And I did all of that with just 200 subs on YouTube. As you can see, I don't even have that big of a brand, and with only 10K or up to maybe 13K right now on IG as followers. I lived my whole life working in one-to-one sales, one-to-many sales, worked for other people, other companies for most of my life. And take me, I'm the best living example that I'm not that best at sale. I'm not that best of selling high ticket. I'm not the best at talking to the camera. Definitely gotten better over the couple of years that I've done this. But in any means, I'm not the best at doing this. But I still managed to make something out of myself and definitely build a business out of it and make so much money that changed my life and my family's life as well. I'm married, hopefully to having kids very soon. And maybe from this video, I'm going to help you at least take one first step. We're not looking for perfection, but one first step to feel like you're definitely getting there, to at least take a step or maybe even pivot or do a really big decision forward. Just take this video as a really guidance to get there and starting to build that business that you really want to dream of, the business that allows you to do whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Because really, we're not in the CEO building multiple millions of dollars type of business. We're in the building 7-figure lifestyle coaching that allows us to get that 20 to 70K per month in new cash every 4 weeks without really burning ourselves out, with having big impact and working with people, changing lives, and really building something amazing for ourselves and the people that we love. Today, I'm going to do something different. Instead of just me telling you, I'm going to literally walk you through step by step. I'm going to share my iPad in a second, and I'm going to show you all of the elements of you need. There are really 3 elements, and the type of problems that you may include or you may have that will get you there. And this is obviously going to help you. Either you're starting out or you've already started and you're having issues getting where you need to be there. This video and me going through this iPad stuff is going to help you clarify exactly where you are. So take a piece of paper, take a pen, and I want you to literally go with me while I walk you through all of this, because it's going to be really, really important for you to understand exactly where you at and what you can improve on. And we're going to try our best on this video to kind of help you tackle exactly what you need today to start going through and taking the next best step. Either you want to just grab a notebook or just you want to vibe with me while I walk you through all of this. Choice is yours. Either way, yeah. Hopefully you enjoy this, because I'm going to make it dead simple. Here's my iPad, as you can see here. So don't mind me, I'm going to be looking into the iPad as well. So I'm going to take you literally live with me while we are doing this. And what I want you to do while I go through this step by step is I want you to take, think of it as a scale. And all of the things that we're going to talk about, multiple variables, multiple issues, problems, things that we could work on, improve, or focus on from the future. I want you to take it as a scale of 3 things. So green would be something that's amazing, perfect. We don't really need to do much about it. Orange, it's going to be most of maybe something that I want to work on. I've done some work in it, but I definitely know that there's going to be a lot of improvements to work on this area. And 3, red, we definitely haven't looked at this at all. Maybe you haven't done this yet, and it's definitely going to be something on the list to focus on and make it work in order for you to solve the big problem. Okay, so before we do anything, the first things first is, what is the actual goal? What is the thing that you want to achieve? And what is the thing that I personally have achieved, and the thing that I'm working and helping my clients achieve? And hopefully, what is the thing that you want to focus on getting, right? Which is to build a 7-figure lifestyle cash flow business. This should be the actual goal. This is the thing that you want to build, the thing that you want to actually have in your life, right? You're not looking to build a company to sell it. You're not looking to, I don't know, hopefully that you're watching this, right? You're not looking to really make a company that's like making 10 million or more per year. That's not really what you're trying to do. You're trying to build a 7-figure lifestyle cash flow business. This is where you're going to be making between 20 all the way to 100k per month, and you want to have more of a maybe 10-hour work weeks, maybe less, maybe sometimes a bit more when you're creating some content, or maybe when you have a bit of a hard workflow with your brand, so on and so forth. You want something that is aligned, something that works with your lifestyle, not against it, right? Because we want a business that fuels our lives, not the other way around. Okay. Now, when we talk about a 7-figure lifestyle cash flow business, there's really 3 components in order to, that really happened, that need to happen in order for us to get here, right? The first is we need to get the most important part, right? Which is the money. If we don't have the money, we really cannot use that as a tool to build the type of life that we want. The second is, if you do have the money, but we don't have the freedom, then things wouldn't be as really we want it to be, right? Freedom and money, just 2 is not enough. The third is what really closes it as a charm. The third is the impact. Yes, we want the money, and yes, we want the freedom, but we also want to make sure that we have such a strong impact to helping others, changing lives, and making sure that our products and our business is contributing into making a big significance. Now, when we have all these 3 together, they would almost work as a beautiful combination in order to help you build this dream outcome. Okay, so generally speaking, when I speak with clients, when I speak to whatever stage you're in, people have almost every single time 3 big main problems. They could even have all 3. Maybe they can even have 1 or 2. Maybe even they can have only 1 out of the 3. But generally speaking, for them to get here and for yourself to get here, you would have 3 problems. Now, what are these problems? These problems are: 1, no leads. This is absolutely terrible, but hopefully you can understand my terrible handwriting. They don't have any leads. They don't have any lead flow coming in, and new eyeballs and new people that want to get awareness about your offer, about what you're doing, and about the things that you are actually selling. So if we don't have no leads, things wouldn't work out. The second big problem is, maybe we do have the leads, but we're not really making any sales. So no sales. We're not really closing any deals. So any of the leads and the eyeballs and the attention that we're getting, we're not really converting them. So we're not really turning them into high-ticket clients, is what we're looking to do, right? The third thing is, maybe we do have the leads, and maybe we do turn the clients, and we do close some clients here and there. However, clients are leaving, right? So clients tend to leave. We're not really keeping clients around. We're not prolonging the what we call the lifetime value of each client, because if you want to build a 7-figure business, you're gonna have to make sure that each individual person that you end up working with, he pays you as much as possible. And obviously the payment is tied straight into the value that you provide. So this could be for many reasons, but generally speaking, like I said, there's generally 3 reasons to why you're not here. Either you don't have any leads, or you don't have any sales, or you don't have any or clients either come but they're not staying and they end up leaving, or maybe you're already starting out and you really don't have any of those 3. So how do we end up fixing these problems? Each individual problems, all right? So we fix them using simple steps and simple processes, thesis that we are using, and personally that I'm using with my clients, and that I've used for my business as well. So in terms of the leads, we solve them with what I call LTC, right? which is lead to customer. So lead to customer, what will happen when you do this is you start getting customers daily. And when we get customers daily, we make sure that one, we have dream clients with high intent. Two, people that are serious and that they gave us their credit card, they pulled their credit card and they paid us. And three, people to actually be serious to hear about what we have to say. And there is absolutely nothing, and I say this and I'm like, I can dare anyone in this space to say it, there's nothing more important than a customer. No matter what is the value of the lead, leads are valuable, obviously. And by the way, if you don't know what the definition of a lead is someone that you can contact. You have their information to contact. To me, I don't really think of leads that much. I care about how to turn them immediately and instantly into customers, because you would have their information, but also their credit card. And even more important than both of them is their intent. Their intent is super high, right? They are more likely to turn into clients, high ticket clients. So when we make this work, when we apply the LTC, there are three things that we implement in order to make this happen, right? What are these things? Number one is ads. What are ads? Maybe when I said ads, the first thing that crosses your mind is maybe you're freaked out. Oh, ads, I don't have money for ads. They're too expensive, right? Let me ask you a question. If you can spend $1 and that $1 brings you $3, okay? Every single time, whenever you spend $1, you get 3 out. And listen carefully, how much would you spend? In all honesty, right? If you spend 100, you get 300 back. If you spend 1,000, you get 3,000 back. Every single freaking time. How much would you spend? Infinite. You would spend all of your money, right? Now, think of it like this. The reason why we use ads, and I am a big advocate of ads, because one, they're very predictable and consistent, right? And two, well, we don't have 5 to 10 years to build an Iman Gaji type of brand, to build a Sam Ovens type of brand. Like, even when we do create YouTubes, as you can see here, YouTube videos are important to connect with our clients, to connect with the people that we want to work with, to build a very, what is the word I'm looking for? To build a very intentional brand. That's the word, right? So ads is the first step. This is the first thing that we're going to use, and we're going to actually use very simple and cheap ads to make sure that we're getting customers on a daily basis. So in this part, right, all we care about is getting customers daily. We're not looking to make money out of these ads. We're actually, even if we break even, we're still doing great. And I'll tell you why in a second, okay? The second part is it's going to be a book, an ebook. But what are you talking about? Why an ebook? I'll tell you why. An ebook is, or a book is the number one thing that people with high intent to learn, with high intent to take the information that you're teaching them and apply into real life. And the one thing that signifies the most important valuable piece to actually identify dream clients, because whenever you hear the word dream clients, what are dream clients? Dream clients are three things. One, they have the money to pay. Two, they have the problem that you can solve. And three, they are patient. Okay? You see, here's the thing. The only thing that will lead us to attract patient dream clients is to attract patient clients. And how do we get patient clients? Well, the one thing that is common about people that read books is that they're patient. Okay, so that's why the first thing that I do with my clients is we create a small book. And here's the second reason on why we do this. It's because when you don't have a brand, when you don't have insane amounts of testimonials, when maybe you're starting out or maybe you're pivoting to a new coaching offer, people do not trust you. People don't trust the big claims and the big offers that you are throwing at their faces. However, they will trust a small offer. They will trust a book that's going to help them solve a small yet important problem, that's going to lead them to actually trust you and take a step of faith towards having an experience with you. Okay, now how do we actually turn this ebook and these ads into customers? We do what I call the checkout page. Damn, this is, let me get this a little bit down. Technical difficulties. Okay. Checkout page. Why a checkout page? You see, here's what the e-commerce guys don't tell you. The e-commerce guys don't, because they want to increase the number of conversions per each like 1,000 views that they get on their landing pages or their checkout pages. In 99% of all of the product pages, when you go in to actually purchase a product, they send you into a landing page, and then on that landing page, you're gonna have to click to go to the next checkout page to actually pay. You see, that makes you lose up to 10% conversion rate. So you would have a highly increased conversion rate just simply by sending people into a page where they can already put their information and pay. You make it a lot easier for people to pay. And the reason why we use a checkout page, because we're gonna be selling two things in this checkout page. The first is the ebook, and the next is the one-time offer after the ebook, which is a ticket to a paid event. A paid event where, again, you will be solving the same small problem that this book will solve, right? A small problem towards your dream clients that's gonna help them get to where they need to be, but not a big of a problem that they need to actually trust you and trust your experience with others. It's just a small of a problem, but important enough for them to pay and important enough for them to sit down, like you're sitting down, and watch you explain and solve this problem for them. Okay, so these are the three things. How do we get the LTC? Ads, ebook, checkout. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to actually go through each step of these, and I want you to give either red, green, or orange. Again, like I told you, green is you're doing amazing, you're already doing this, you're crushing it. And by the way, how do you know that you're crushing with ads? You're crushing with ads by knowing that you're getting 2 to 3x return on your ad spend. Okay, so just again, put on your notes here, what is the ads? Is it red? Is it green? Whatever. Okay, generally speaking, for my clients, it's definitely a bit of red. People they're not really experienced, they don't have the core message to make sure the ads are crushing to get that 2 to 3x return. So I'm gonna put red. In terms of the ebook, most people don't have an ebook, but maybe they would have another low ticket offer like a course or something. But like I explained earlier, a book is the best way to attract dream clients. That's what we're looking for. Okay, at checkout, I would guess most of the people that I work with don't even know this little trick. So I would guess that maybe you would know it. Maybe you have like a landing page that takes to a checkout. I'll just put as in orange in this case. Okay, let's move to no sales. Let's say you do all these things, you're getting leads, you're turning these leads into customers. Now, how do we actually solve the sales issue? How do we turn these customers into high ticket clients? Here's how we do it. We do it is what I call C to C, which is customer to client. Okay, the customer to client is, the goal is really one thing, which is to make sure that we are getting high ticket clients every week consistently, right? And that's what this solved. C2C solves making sure that you are getting high ticket clients on a weekly basis. Once we build that type of predictability, build that type of consistency in terms of getting high ticket clients, then we are good. Then how do we do this? We do this through 3 simple steps. Okay, the first is the offer. The offer should be as good, and by the way, a guarantee doesn't make a good offer. Okay, you don't even need to put a guarantee, because the offer should be good enough to even be sold and have someone say yes to it without even needing a guarantee. Okay, a guarantee is simply a risk reversal. It's part of the components of an offer, but the core principles of what makes a good offer amazing is, think about it like this. You're almost sitting in front of your prospect, and then you're literally taking a piece of paper and you're writing down your offer, giving him the piece of paper, and they almost read it and they are sold about it. That's that like they already tell you yes without you saying a single word. And that's what we try to do with our clients. We're almost in a position where we are building an offer, by the way, on a Google Doc. We don't even need to jump on any calls. And two, using the event method, right? So we already turned leads to customers and we're bringing them into an event. So again, that's exactly how you can make an offer strong enough that it can be sold into an event and also sold enough into a Google Doc, with a Google Doc, without you needing to say a single word, okay? Generally speaking, people are a bit aware lately about offers, so I'm gonna put it as orange, okay? The next thing is the sales cycle. The sales cycle is how consistent and how efficient and how tight, that sounded crazy, and how tight is your sales cycle. Meaning, out of all of these leads that you are getting and all of these customers that you are getting, how many percentage of them are you converting to clients? And the reason being, the sales cycle is, generally speaking, it's a low point for people. It's because they, like, if you look at their business and look at what they're doing, everything is just a complete mess. You wouldn't see a clear path of like, where does the lead come from? Where does he go to be a customer? Where does he go to be a client? How does he turn? How does he get results? So on and so forth. So the way that we solve this with our clients is by simply making sure that we're bringing all of these customers into one room, and into this room we give them a specific process, like a journey, where we help them solve such a small yet important problem as one step of the entire process of helping the client get to their dream outcome, okay, to making their dreams actually become a reality. And the reason why, generally speaking, this is a red, it's because the event makes sure that you have consistent sales and consistent dream clients converting to the clients, the high ticket clients, on a monthly basis, like for as often as you are doing the actual event, okay? And that's why the C2C is just such a freaking like powerful tool, right? Andrew Tate says, like, taquito, whatever he says. Like, I find that funny, by the way. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he says, but that stuff is funny. Sales cycle, okay? Now, the third one is the actual pitch. Now, there's multiple styles of pitches, but the pitch that I'm referring to is the actual word for word on what you are saying inside of the event, inside of you selling to one to many, where you're bringing in the dream clients into one place, sitting them in a chair. They already paid to have their solution being solved, their problem being solved, sorry. And the pitch is the exact thing that you're going to be saying to get people to, one, trust you, two, like you, three, respect you enough, and four, to be in a position where they can already take the next steps to be in your world and to pay for your program, okay? Generally speaking, the pitches is like, most of my clients are not that great at copywriting. And just so you know, like Bloomer, right? Copywriting is a very important skill and a very important tool. So you need to make sure that you know pretty well. And a little bit of a shameless plug there. I do help you craft this entire pitch word for word in my 1 to Millions event, which, by the way, you can find the link description to get more details about that. This is where you can come in and we can work on the entire pitch word for word. So you can take your own event and go and sell it by yourself. Those are the 3 ways to actually make the C2C method of process actually work wonderfully, okay? Now, let's say you activated the LTC, you activated the C2C, and by the way, make sure to put the orange, green, or whatever stage that you're in based on the color. And then now you're getting clients, but for some reason clients are leaving, they're not staying. Here's how we can actually make clients stay. And I want you to take notes for this, okay? The way that we do this is through the IC. Oops, it's supposed to be green. IC. What is IC? It's the inner circle model. This is where we keep clients forever, for years. not forever. Forever is a bit of an exaggeration, but we can keep clients for years, months, if not months, for years. Okay. Now, how do we actually make this work? How do we actually keep clients for a very long time? We do it through 3 simple steps. First is proximity, meaning coaching. And this is where you're going to be coaching people one-on-one. And the beauty of the inner circle model is that you would be coaching people, your clients one-on-one, but it's not going to be taken away out of your time and out of your freedom, right? And this is the beauty of the inner circle model. The way it works is that you would be almost giving, you would be coaching one-on-one clients like for like an hour for the entire month. But the fact that you're giving them an entire ecosystem under the actual model, you're going to be in a position where they're getting an entire experience to ensure that they're getting a lot of the dream results and closer to where they need to be without having to take too much of your time. Okay. The second is a course. And the course is where you take all of your knowledge and all of the ways, all of the questions that your dream clients would be having. And instead of having to say it over and over and over again, you would put it somewhere. You would put a 12 to 15 minute modules where you take them step by step through the client's journey. And you would take them from A to Z to where they need to be. And you would build the course in a way that you would actually get them the results, even without you having to be there nagging on them, telling them what to do every single time. And this is the beauty on how we build the courses inside of the inner circle model. Okay. The third and last thing is the community experience. And this is why the inner circle tends to work super, super well. And just so you know, if you have no idea about coaching, one-on-one coaching is probably by far the easiest offer that you can sell, and people would say yes to without having to like give you a lot of objections. Because what makes the inner circle model beautiful is that you're not doing one thing. You're not just giving a course. You're not just giving a community. You're not just doing calls. You are actually, or you're not even doing chat coaching, because that's part of the inner circle model, but you are doing all of it under one basket, which makes the offer so freaking good. But not just that, the experience of the client will be so freaking good, to the fact that they actually stay, and they stay for a very long time, because they see the results, they have a map, they see a future, and they have a very clear journey to where they can go, and they get the entire support behind it, so they can end up being happy and they can end up being closer to where they need to be. Okay, now make sure to like color this based on what you see. Generally speaking, clients have a good proximity that I work with. They have great relationships, and they do coach well on what they say, but they don't have a course at all, or even the ones that they have, it's not good enough, because people don't need a lot of content. They actually need a lot of context. Okay. And 3, the community. Generally speaking, it's just not bad. They do have a community, but it's not as well and as tight as it should be, because a community is in the name of it. Like, it needs to be a community where people are super close and tight together, to where they feel like things are super close, and they can be together, to stay there. And a community is the best way to retain clients for a very, very long time, besides getting them a lot of results. It's their experience with that, right? Their environment changes. Okay, so this is it. This is the exact way that you would be taking your coaching offer or info business or course, like from literally either starting out, or you want to scale it into a 7-figure lifestyle cash flow business where you're working 10, maybe 15 hours a week, and you just do it through this process, like literally LTC, CTC, and the IC. 3 ways to get you closer to where you need to be. Now, if you want to get closer to this part, and you want to get to create this, and maybe you want to do the rest on yourself, you can just go to my 1 to Millions event, link in description. If you feel like you're already in a position where you want to get help create all of this in your world, and you want to build it step by step, and you want to work with me, and you want to get information about like how would this look like if we work together, DM me the word circle on Instagram. You'll find the Instagram below, and we can talk about it. If I can help, I'll send you a Google Doc. It will have the offer details. If it's a yes, we're aligned, we're vibing, I'll just get you enrolled, get you inside the inner circle, and we start implementing this together. And we can even build your own business to that 20 to 70K per month. Cash flow, consistent, predictable, that fuels your life, something that you would love instead of something that you have to fight for. Hopefully this was helpful. But yeah, make sure to see whatever stage you're in, work on that, focus on that, and don't try to like solve all the problems. Just make sure to think, what is the one problem here that if I can solve, it will double, triple my business. And focus on that, tackle it until it's solved, and then move to the next. I'll see you on the inbound. Just DM me the word circle. We can have a chat. Other than that, peace out and enjoy yourself.